Hey guys, how's it going? Another project day at the Tin Man Complex. As you guys know, I'm going to Bucket Stock and I bought this 2007 and a half Ram 3500. And I did a whole whack of work to it last summer and got it more or less roadworthy and drove it all winter and it was fine. This truck was a beauty. And I haul water here. We have a cistern for drinking water, so we have an underground storage tank because we cannot drill a well where we're at. There's just no water. And people ask that all the time, so I just thought I'd mention that. So I tow a pretty heavy trailer, it's rate just under 10K loaded. And this winter, I actually, our standpipe where I normally haul from was closed all winter, so I had to haul from about 20-30 miles away all winter. So I was doing multiple 40 to 50 mile round trips in the snow and ice and cold all winter, and this thing was phenomenal. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, I popped an axle seal 2 weeks ago around Mother's Day. I went to pick my mom up in this thing, and I can't remember. We went to a restaurant, and when I got out, I noticed a spray of oil on the inside of my right front tire. And I figured that's weird. So I went and looked at it, and it's like, oh, we're leaking from the axle. Well, this is an AAM. I believe it's a 9.5-inch front axle, and the seals are on the inside, right at the pumpkin, not on the outside, like the rear diff. The rear diff, the seals are on the outside. So the axle sits in a bath of oil at all times. This has bearings on the inside, and then it has bearings on the outside at the hub. So I've already disassembled this thing. I didn't want to cover things we've already done. I already did brakes, rotors, front hubs, all that stuff last year, and everything checked out. And I knew I could take everything apart because I put anti-seize on everything and everything's torqued properly. So I'll show you kind of where I'm at. It's a little messy here. I'm working outside and it is 34 degrees Celsius. So I think that's 94, 96 degrees Fahrenheit and very humid. I started this project at 10 o'clock this morning because it was raining earlier. It's about noon now, and this is how far I've gotten. Okay, here's the offending side. So I'll do a quick overview. If you were going to do this, take off your tie rod end. This thing's fine. It's tight. No play in it. Okay, tie rod end. Calipers. I hung this with some recoil rope. They're super heavy. Okay, take off your calipers. Then your hubs. Unplug the sensor, rotors, backing plate, and your knuckles. All that stuff came apart. Of course, you got to split the U-joints, and before you pull the knuckle off, pull the drive shaft. Now, as you can see, the seal is about there, okay? Not at the end. And when I jacked this thing up this morning, well, it was pretty apparent. I jacked up the driver's side first, and this thing was leaking oil all over the ground. And you guys can see, there's down the tube. It's full of oil. So we know we blew that seal. I don't know why. Hopefully when we get all this stuff apart, I don't have any issues. One thing that's kind of nice. So I did buy ball joints for this thing. So I thought, we're probably going to need them, friends. This one's super loose. It's tight, but it's okay. Bottom one feels okay, but this one feels like it's just about ready to go. So we're gonna do ball joints also. Whether that'll be in the video or not, we'll see. But okay, so I'm just picking away at this thing. Let's look at the other side. Okay, and this is the short side. Notice this one's clean as a whistle. These ones, this one feels like it's seized. It's gritty. It doesn't feel right. This one feels okay. So we did have some death wobble issues in this thing, and I did correct it with a new Panhard bar, whatever you want to call it, with a new track bar. and a new steering damper that seemed to fix it, but they say ball joints can also cause issues. Let's climb underneath. Here's inside the diff. I cracked her open. I didn't notice any debris, shavings. The gears look good. I don't see any chips or damage or weird wear. So, a little bit of backlash, that's normal. I may measure it, I may not. Yeah, so basically the idea is, I've never done this on one of these, so I'm kind of learning as I go. YouTube, man. I YouTubed it and found a whole bunch of videos on how to do this. Basically, take this retainer clip off, mark the position of your adjuster collars. So these spin in and out, okay? These spin in and out and apply pressure to the bearing. There's a bearing underneath this cap, okay? So you do that on both sides. Mark the position of the caps, where they go, so you don't mismatch them. And mark the position of your bearing sleeves here, your adjusters, so that when you put it back, you have a fighting chance of getting it all adjusted. It should go back the same way it came apart. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Anyhow, I'm just going to keep picking away at this thing. Sorry, friends, I just about dropped you there. And I'll jump in when I have more to report. Okay, guys, I measured the spec of the backlash. It is out of spec. It's worn. I went online and looked at what AAM says, which is the manufacturer of this front diff, and also on forums, which are a good source of information. And the general consensus is, if you're not seeing any wear, which I'm not, okay, these teeth are all in great shape. I see no wear on them, no issues. Okay, the wear pattern on the teeth is nice and clean. There's no chips. There's also no debris in the bottom of this differential. I'm going to try and put this thing back to the settings that it's at right now, because if I tighten this back, basically moving this ring gear over to the pinion gear here, if I move it over too far, like set it up as factory again, I may actually damage these. So you do you. I don't know, I've never done this before. I'm not a differential guy. I'm going to mark these right now. I'm going to mark the position of them. Okay, with a punch, that way I know. I'm pretty sure this diff has never been apart. Although the fluid's clean, so that's a good sign. Okay, and same thing, I'm going to mark this one. Right here, right there. Looks like we got another storm blowing in, so I may or may not get this done today. And that's okay. I got 4 weeks. Although I'd like to have everything done in the next 2 weeks. I don't want to leave this to the last second. If anything's wrong with this diff, I'm not even going to risk it. Because again, we're going on like a 3,000, 4,000 kilometer run. And I'd really prefer to not blow a diff up. Because really, that would mean leaving my truck, pretty much. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to mark those holes, those marks that I just put with this oil pen. I'm also going to mark the adjuster collar. Now, these diffs are nice. You don't adjust them with shims. You adjust them with these collars here. which is kind of cool. I think it's cool. Normally there's shims. If there was, that would not be my cup of tea. Okay, so I'm going to take these retainers out, loosen these off, and then I'm going to use this to turn this adjuster in one turn. Okay, one full rotation with the mark that I just made, and this one in one full rotation with the mark I just made. And that should loosen this off enough that I can pull this whole gear set out. That's the plan anyways. And if I'm lucky, oh look at that, I already have one. Now, a lot of guys will be like, geez, that's a lot of work on that truck. I agree, but now I know what's in here. When you buy a truck, this truck has, what am I up to now? 353. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I do that every time. This truck has 353,000 kilometers on it right now. Okay. So it's been around a day or two. And it's funny, there's no tension on that collar right now. So maybe I got a bad bearing on this side, friends. I don't know. I feel no play in this thing, so hopefully everything's good. But I have a feeling just that because this thing's worn, there is no tension. You know what I mean? Okay, 2 dots for the right. Just saying this to myself so that I remember where everything goes. 2 dots on the right, 1 dot on the left for the carriers. I'm going to make sure I can really see these. Okay, 2 dots. 1 dot here, 1 dot there. Okay. What size is this? Just going to grab a wrench. I'm not going to take it off with a wrench, but that'll let me know. Oh, she's a big one. 18 mil maybe? It's probably an 18 mil. Everything's 18 mil on this truck. That's a 17. Yep, 18 mil. Okay, I'm going to grab an 18 mil socket, which I think is close by. Right here, maybe? Yeah, there she be. Okay. Maybe I'll just take these off by hand. No power tools. Yeah, and if you look inside the diff cover, there's a magnet on the filler, and there's a little mug on there, but really no debris. So, oh yeah, that's tight. Be careful, friends. I got that. My left shoulder's got some issues. Okay. I guess I could use my impact if I really wanted to. It's laying there. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, turn this in. Well, make this looser. Again, friends, I've never done this, so if you have, I'm sure you got a better idea of what's going on than I do. Oh, maybe this is reverse. Oh. Oh, that's tight, friends. Oh yeah, well, that's not gonna work, is it? They just bent my punch. I have a spanner wrench. I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be back. Oh. Okay, 1 turn. Okay, so we've turned it in 1, and this one we're gonna turn in 1 turn. One turn. Okay. Now, I'm sure this thing's going to be super heavy. So, I'm going to be extremely careful when I do this. I don't know which side I'm going to want to do this with. Left side or right side. Get all these out of the way. That's one of the reasons why I dropped my tie rod, is to get it out of the way so I can actually work in here. Okay, let's get this cap off. And I noticed this is coming off already, so we better remark that. Also, the one that's marked, there's a part number here, that's the right side. And I marked the left side where there is no part number, or a more faint part number, I guess, where it says 027 on this one. The other one says 822A. So, and the side I marked goes towards the diff, the two dots and this. Okay, there's your bearing cap. Put that there for now. Yeah, that thing looks like it's been around a day or two. Hopefully these bearings look good, or I'm going to have to rebuild this diff. Which means I'm probably not going to be taking this thing to buck and stock. Because I don't trust my diff building capabilities, do you? I mean, I guess if I did it all this weekend and I could drive it for a couple of weeks and see how hot it gets to that, maybe. I can see this thing's already coming out. Also, I got to make note of which bearing cap goes where. That's important. There. Okay, friends, out she came. Turn in one. I'm gonna turn this. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So basically 8 1/4 turns. If I thread this back in, I think it's going to thread in. So 8 turns. Yeah, it's about 8 3/8 roughly. Okay, we'll put this on that side. turns. Okay, now we'll do this side. This side's tighter, I'm not sure why. It's a little bit of rust in this diff. I'm going to have to rectify that. Just where these collars are. Maybe that's been leaking for a while. Okay, one. I think this truck was sitting for a while. In a building though. It was a farm truck, friends. I know that because it had farm license plates too. Three. Four. Nice if I just start this out by hand. Five. Where did I stop at there, friends? Do I have to review the video? Five. I think it was four and then five. Six. Seven. 7 turns. Okay. I'll put that with the other one. Okay, so this one is 7. I'll mark it here too because I'm in that kind of mood. This pen's not very good. It's not cooperating. There you go. 7. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to wipe all this out. There's just some rust in there and stuff you don't really want. There's that seal. Oh, that seal's hard as a rock, friends. You can see it right now. I can feel it. Oh, this side. Oh, maybe that's how they are. Yeah, the seal's located in here. So, who knows why this is leaking, but probably just age. I can feel wear. Oh yeah, there's... looks like some rust or something got in there. So yeah, I'll have to clean this out good. Now I'll just pound this out with a big piece of pipe. Hopefully I brought a big enough piece of gas pipe home from work. We'll see. I brought a cut off gas pipe piece from work. Anyways, I'm going to clean all this up. I'll jump back in after when we're assembling it. 8 and 7. We're good. 2 dots, 1 dot. Okay, guys. Hopefully the wind isn't too much for you. That should work. I have a socket here. These came out so easy. I didn't even get a chance to film, friends. Like, so easy. It was pretty nuts. Piece of pipe, and I just went down in one hit, and they came out. They do make a tool for this. I'm not buying one because they're $120 or something, and I'm probably going to do this once. So, 4-wheel drive socket. I have her. There you go, solid. It's all the way in there. Okay, now I'll do the other side. You guys won't be able to see that, so I'm going to turn the camera off. This hasn't been a horrible job as long as the adjusting goes back together. Or as long as when I adjusted everything's fine. I mean, this hasn't been a horrible job. The ball joints are not going to be fun, but we'll cross that bridge till when we get to it. Let's find the dot. There it is. Maybe I want to mark that with paint again. I think I will, just to make it easier for me to see. There's paint there. And there we go. I hope my wife doesn't want this pen back because I dropped it in the oil bucket. Shh. Okay, 1 or 0, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'll do the other side. Same thing. We'll wipe it off. Trying to keep everything as clean as possible, but I am working in a windy farmyard, so this truck does not fit in my shop. So I was going to pour the floor in my shop again this year, friends, but I have other things that I need to do. There's my dot right there. I have other projects that are more important, and I know shop's pretty important to me, but I got some work to do on the house and various other things, so it'll happen when it happens. I've been working outside my whole life, laying on my back my whole life, so this is gonna be fine. There we go. 1. Just making sure. 1. Sorry, friends, I'm like just totally out of it today. Okay. See, this one comes off like right where it starts screwing, so yeah, okay. So I want to make sure I count this right. 1. This one gets tight. There is a little rust in here. I cleaned it out the best I could. Okay, sorry friends. This is just turned into a gong show. I'll probably edit a lot of this out. Not to make myself look better, just to make this less boring. Okay. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Okay. Now I'll grab the axle or the gear assembly that I've already cleaned and shined up with the bearings and caps. This is gonna be tough with one person. I feel like that's a 2-person job, but I am one man, so and I will get it done. I've never met a project I couldn't do. Some of them took longer than others. Some of them were more frustrating than others, but they always get done. I'm getting to an age, though, where I'm probably not pulling a transmission, but at least I'll admit it. Okay, I'm going to grab that and slide it in. Oh, that wasn't so bad, was it? Oh, helps if you don't put the cap in backwards. Oops. It's like, why is this not going in nicely? If I can get one in mostly threaded in, it'll hold this thing in place. Ooh, I'm sweating. It's hot out. Even with the wind, it's nasty. But whatever, if I get this done today, that's great. I'd like to get this diff back together. I may or may not do the ball joints today. Although I do have a big honking ball joint press I've been dying to try. So, maybe we will do them today. It'd be nice to have this all back together today. I miss driving this thing. We've been running errands in the old 96 F250. Let me tell you, I love driving that truck. But with my wife, myself, the kid, the car seat, etc., she's a little cramped in there. And God help us if we bring the dog. Okay, well, got this together. I'll probably pause you guys here because you don't need to see any of this boringness. Okay, now I'll adjust this back out. One full turn. And I'll turn this one out. One full turn and see where that gets us. That's where we were. I guess there's just a little bit of side play on the bearings, but I mean, I guess that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to leave it, friends. I'm not going to adjust this because I don't know what I'm doing. I get the principle, though. If you turn this one in and turn this one out, it moves the ring gear closer to the pinion. Okay? This thing does have clay in it. I'm going to torque this all down, and I'm going to put my indicator on here and make sure it was where it was. It was at like 39 thousandths, which is way too much. But if that's where it was, this diff's quiet, no problems with it. Maybe there is a problem. These seals appear to be original, and you can see there's like there's a double lip on the inside, and you can see there's almost no lip. It's just worn out. So I'm curious, friends, just because we're here. So if I loosen this out one more turn, let's see what happens. I'm just curious. I don't know anything about it, or even 3 turns. Let's keep going.
And really that does nothing to the side plate on the bearing. Interesting. I'm just playing around here, friends, while I'm in here because my mind wants to know. It really doesn't seem to change anything because this one is touching. Right? So, but I am adjusting the side play on the bearing. So again, if you went like this, okay, I'll turn this one 3 holes, we'll say, okay? And then if I turn this one over 3 holes, like that should adjust your end play, but it's not really doing much, friends. So again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm putting this back the way it was, and that'll be that. Okay, right here, everything lines up. Zap these down, put your cover on, fill it up, and you're done, friends. Inner axle seals, that's how they're done in a, I don't know, I think it's like 98 to 2015 Ram. They're more or less all the same. Any solid front diff, more often than not, unless you got outer wheel bearings, they may be sealed on the outside, but usually they're sealed on the inside if you have hubs like this thing does. Anyhow, friends, I think we're going to stop there. I'll do the ball joints in another video. This is awesome. That wasn't so bad. Later, guys.